Hello, everyone.
It's funny how I never thought of that way. Never knew the things that I did not say. When you were alone and you were hungry, and I was living in my own world thinking I'm a perfect lady. All right, we're right here at 8 o'clock. What is that? Facebook?
Facebook,
Are you
Instagram. Facebook, Instagram, and
All right. I think that, yeah, we're going to have to talk about that later. Like, you're going to have to go live from, like, you can bring that too. Yeah, at the refrigerator. Oh, okay. When you go from your group, which is public, and then you share it into the group that's private, it still opens up a larger range from people that's not in the group. Because, like, if they come to the group, then they have to, like, scroll through the group to look for it. So if you go live from your page and share it to the group, then the group can see it, and then public you can see it, I believe. Your thing just did something.
Oh,
What did it say?
the music.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they be tripping with it. I'll turn it down. All right, what do we have? Welcome back to Cocktails and Conversations with Jamila,
Ine Divine,
and Miles. And he will be joining us later. Miles had to do some special work for you, girl, right here. So he'll be joining us later. So apologies. I know that it's been a while since we've done Cocktails and Conversations, like 2 weeks.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Yeah, we were under the weather. I guess maybe from the last time we did Cocktails and Conversations was the Christmas break, and I was sick then.
Both of us were sick.
Yeah,
both of us were sick the week before the Christmas, and then the Christmas, Jamila was still sick. And then
so I've been sick since Christmas. I'm just now getting better. I have a negative COVID test, so I felt safe coming around everybody after getting those results. But man, it was a rough roller coaster. A rough roller coaster. So New Year. How has your New Year been so far?
I didn't.
So it's been a breeze, basically.
Yeah, I've not gotten into anything.
Well, we came back with a new hair color, so we got into something.
I just wanted to go lighter.
So what inspired the light color?
Just wanted to try something new. Like, I was this color like in high school for a little while, and I wanted to just
revisit it. That looks good. I like that color on you.
A new me.
Yeah,
a new me. I mean, I'm probably gonna play around with the colors a little bit.
Stepping into the new year, doing something different, stepping out.
It's Ine Divine.
Okay.
Ine Divine.
See, I want to get Ine Divine to step into the red lipstick. You don't want to wear red lipstick. I think that red lipstick. No, there is no such thing. There is no such thing. Girl, the red lips was popping with you. It was
I'm not really fond of lipstick. I kind of stopped wearing lipstick like in high school. I think I took maybe in middle school, we had like a prom, and I wore red lipstick, and I was like, oh, my lips are, it just ain't never been that for me.
People paying for them lips.
Baby, look, I just can't do the lips.
You like it natural. Okay, no big deal, no big deal. So what do you have planned for 2022? So we got the new hair color. You wanted something different to go with the new you. So what other new things are you excited about for 2022?
To be honest, I think I'm just going into grind mode, straight grind mode. I really think that's the only thing I'm going to be focused on. I'm down. I don't want to leave myself open for disappointment. So I'm kind of in just grind mode.
Okay, grinding. So is there anything that you're wanting to get, or you just want to stack the
I want to
paper?
get my business started. I want to get my business up and running. Probably, I want to move. I just moved.
You need to sit still.
Let me tell you something. I think my biggest thing is I went from a 3,100 square foot house to a 1,500 square foot house.
Mm-hmm.
And I still haven't finished moving.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been in my house since November. I still hadn't finished moving because I really don't have nowhere to put my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm just trying to figure out some things, but I really think that I'm not comfortable with the space.
So downsizing wasn't a good idea.
It's all right, but it's not for me.
Gotcha.
It's not for me.
And see, I feel the opposite. Like, I bought a house a couple years ago, and at the time that I bought the house, like, my son was in school, and I was just like, okay, I'm gonna get us a house, da 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 da. And now that he's grown and he don't really spend no time with me or no time at the house, it's like, what's the point of having this house? I would be very comfortable in a really nice luxury apartment. And if anything went wrong, I could just call maintenance. I don't have to worry about no what you call it, homeowner association people, telling me I need to put some new grass down. I don't have to worry about, if the microwave breaks, replacing it. They'll just come and fix whatever.
I've been trying to work out. So I have, like, in my other house, I had space for my workout equipment.
Mm-hmm.
I had my office space. I had, like, the kids had a game room. They had I have 4 kids in the house. All of them had their room and a nice size living room and everything. But now I'm like, my workout equipment is in the garage. I still haven't put all of my salon equipment. It's still at the other house. I got to bring all of my salon equipment and put it in my office.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So it's like you got to make space with a little bit of space. So you probably can only get just some things and not everything to where you can be comfortable like you want to be.
Yeah, some stuff probably have to go in storage.
I feel you. And that's a waste, because when you have a place, you should be able to store all your stuff there instead of spending extra money on it.
I already made up my mind. I'm paying a relating fee and get the hell out.
I could definitely understand that. All right. So one thing that I wanted to discuss before we go into our hot topics and our discussion for tonight. So we want to thank everybody for joining our group, and we want to thank Tracy. Didn't he get like a badge for?
Yeah, the one that he act like, am I getting paid for this?
Right. We're not getting paid, so we definitely cannot pay you, but we do want to thank you and let you know how much we appreciate you for inviting members to join the group. I think we're over 900 members now. One thing that I want you guys to know, that when you're adding people to the group, we do have 2 really simple questions. And those questions are just basically, do you promise to respect people and not be judgmental? And all you have to do is just answer yes to those questions, and we don't have a problem with approving you. We just want to make sure that everybody that's in the group understand that this is a non-judgment group, and that we're just here to have fun and to get ideas and share experiences with everybody. What do you think?
I completely agree. Y'all know, I think by now everybody know I'm very opinionated, but I look at stuff from both ends of the spectrum. It's not just one, and I'm real logical. So if we're going back and forth, I don't want nobody to ever be offended. I'm just giving or offering different. What is that? Offering different views and opinions on things.
That's your live. From Facebook.
From music.
Yeah.
It's still on.
Yeah, I'm in a group trying to find our live so that I can keep it with the questions and stuff. This was the live right here.
Yeah, I'll give us a minute.
Okay. Sorry, you guys. We're just trying to find the live so that we can answer any questions or respond to any comments on the live as it's going. And I'm looking for it in the group right now. So my apologies.
And that was just for the music.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy because it's never done that before. All right, so
I can start when we started. Stop and start it.
Yeah, because I don't see it.
Give us a minute. Let's see. Doom. Finish. Ending. I'm not gonna post it. I'm gonna delete that one. And I'm going to go live. All right.
So did you go live on Instagram from the Instagram group that we have?
No, because I can't. I can't do nothing unless I log into it.
I need to give you the login information.
All right. So again, Facebook, we apologize for some reason. Now Facebook has this issue with the music that we play, or us playing music in general. So they kind of, I guess, blocked the live or put the live on hold, whatever the case may be. So it wasn't showing that we were actually live, even though the screen says we're live.
Yeah, I see it now.
Okay. So again, groups, our contacts or our content, we want to make sure that, we're not being judgmental, and that if for any reason someone seem like they may be offended, y'all make sure that we're communicating that that's not what we're doing. We're not here to judge anybody or say anybody's right or wrong or anything of that nature. We want to make sure that we all know that we're going to learn from each other is what our goal is. We're learning from each other, learning from life experience, and think of things from a different point of view. So that's where we are at this point.
All right. So New Year's. I know that, we kind of 2 weeks into the year. If anybody want to share with us, I know we had a post up that was saying if you wanted to have a New Year's resolution, or if you were going to have a vision board, or how you were going to jumpstart your new year. And as Ine described, she wants to get into grind mode. She wants to start a new business, and she wants to organize some things that are in her household because she has moved. What are you guys doing to jumpstart your New Year's resolution or to achieve some of the goals on your vision board? That would be interesting to know. Now, for me, my 2022, what I have in place is I am still, trying to work on my credit. It's really good right now, but I want some excellent credit. So my goal this year is to try to get up there to the 800s. Yes. I'm trying to get up there with them, call me Karen if you want. That's my goal. Not sure exactly what I want to do in my house yet, but I do know that I want to make a lot of money. I want to be able to continue traveling like I have always done. And I'm interested in buying a new house, just starting over, getting a new start, getting a new house. Look like I need a new car because your girl had a little fender bender the other night. And all I'm going to say is, we did a little temporary fix right now, and you won't be seeing me drive that car nowhere except for unless it's an emergency. Like I have to get somewhere. If y'all invite me, I'll just know somebody picking me up. I am not driving that car until it get painted. I'm sorry. I just can't do it. I really All right. So we had a couple of hot topics. Let's see if anybody want to share their New Year's with us. Right now, if they want to share their New Year's with us, we can jump into that. If not, we jump into our hot topics. Great. And then after hot topics, we're going to go into our main topic of conversation tonight, which is
our fellas.
Yes, we're going to be talking about the men. All right, so let's see. Doesn't look like anybody wants to share anything with us. So, for the men in the group, I know that y'all like football and everything. So hot topics. The Cowboys was a hot topic. And I wanted to wait till Miles got here because I know he's so very opinionated when it comes to the Cowboys. But, he's a Steelers fan. And, the Steelers, they didn't win either. But, do you watch football? I don't. So you didn't watch the game. You didn't get a chance to watch the game. Yeah, I watch football. I'm not really a fan of anything or any set team. But if I had to pick a team, of course, because I am from Texas, I'm gonna pick the Cowboys. But then I'm also gonna root for the Texans, even though I am not a Texans fan. But because I'm a Houstonian, if the Texans play against somebody else other than the Cowboys, go Texans.
Yeah, I'm not. I only watch sports if I'm with someone that's watching sports.
Right. So you just support it. You're going to make sure they had a popcorn, their beer, the nachos. I feel
They might have a cooler sitting right there and say, "I'll be back at halftime."
So I wonder if that's important, to the guys, to have a woman that actually enjoy watching football, or if she will watch football with you. Because I know somebody made a comment in the group that was like, well, why she don't watch football, but she want me to sit up and watch Law and Order with her. I think it's important. Like, if you want her to watch football, then you probably should watch Law and Order, or vice versa. So how important is that?
I mean, I don't have a problem with watching it at all. It's just like, it's not something I would do on my own.
Yeah, well, I wasn't watching it on my own either, but when the Cowboys play, I do watch, because I know when I go on Facebook, all the Cowboy haters are going to have something to say, and I just want to know what they talking about. So the main topic was the coach called, I think it was for a Hail Mary, but I don't think they actually ran a Hail Mary. It was a really dumb play at the very end, and they had like a couple of seconds, and the quarterback had already been making a lot of mistakes during the whole game. And at the end, it was like, there's like 2 seconds on the clock. Where you going to run? They didn't even try to pass the ball. So now I guess they're saying that the Cowboys coach is going to get fired. So that was like a big thing. And before that, we had the Antonio Brown case. I know you heard about that.
Him, then he was stripping, walking out or something.
Oh, he actually stripped.
Yeah, I seen him take his jersey off and then act the fool and walk off. But
yeah. So this is my question. I heard that Jay-Z or somebody was supposed to be picking him up. Not Jay-Z, Kanye West was supposed to be picking him up because maybe he's like an artist or a rapper or something like that.
Girl, I don't know. I don't know. I don't
you don't get into the sports.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, well, that's big. Like a lot of guys, they care so much about their sports. That's another reason why we have to do cocktails and conversation on Wednesday, because now they have football on Mondays and Thursdays. And remember, we used to do it on Thursdays, so we had to change it.
Yep.
Because we're trying to, accommodate the fellas. So anyway, any other hot topics you care to discuss before we jump into these men?
You know what? I need somebody to confirm something for me, because it came up on Facebook. They didn't specify. I don't know if anybody's been following. There was 3 teenagers that came up missing when they went to Haverstock. So there was 3 teenagers missing, and then I think yesterday or something on the news, they said they found 3 teenagers in Crosby in a house. They found 3 bodies of 3 teenagers, but they didn't confirm if it was the same 3. Yeah. Ooh. So 2 of the boys from Louisiana. One of the boys is from here. Now the reason why they found the body is because one of them had an iPhone and their family tracked the phone, but the other 2 families don't know that. Don't know anything. Mm-hmm. So I'm just concerned. I think they have to be like
younger
18,
teenagers. Like 18, 19.
Somewhere between 17, between 16 and 18 or something like that. But I don't like that, especially when don't nobody know you missing. That's
really sad.
You know?
I think that's most heartbreaking for parents, the unknown, not knowing, I wouldn't want to know that something bad happened to my child or that they suffered, but just not knowing if he's safe, not knowing if he's dead or alive, not knowing where he is, that would definitely tug at my heart, and my heart goes out to their families. Yeah, that's really sad. I really hate to hear that.
So we're gonna go ahead and get into our topic. So, men, what are you willing to sacrifice? Okay. And I say that just because you guys, we have a lot of men that says there's things that one of our members said that requirement and expectations is different. So I don't want to say, what do you expect? I want to say what you require from a woman. Okay. As well as why, we want to know, why do you pursue a woman that you don't meet their requirements?
The man pursues a woman and the man doesn't meet the woman's requirements?
Yes.
Okay. So you're asking them, why do they pursue a woman knowing that they don't meet her requirements, or do they continue to pursue her after they realize they don't meet her requirements?
Both. I mean, if you know what their requirements are and you don't fit the bill, but then after you meet her and you find out you don't fit the bill, like, why continue?
Right.
Like, because right now I feel like at this point we're wasting time.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So I want to know, why do guys go through this whole process of meeting someone or just pursue it in general when you know that what she's requesting or what she's requiring, you can give her.
So my opinion on why I think men do that is because a lot of times when men meet women and they realize that she's out of their league, not necessarily they cannot provide what she's requiring. Because a lot of times men know certain type of women have certain expectations. And sometimes they want to be that guy, even though they're not. So they're going to pretend to continue to be that guy because they want to be that guy, even though they can't be that guy. You know, and it's also to save face. They might get with a woman and think that they have chemistry, and then she's telling them, well, I require this and I require that. And then they realize, like, damn, you know, I can't do any of these things. Sit in the middle. They realize they can't do any of those things, but they don't want to back out and say, well, you're asking too much, or you want me to do things that I can't do or that I can't provide for you. So as a man, because we know that they have pride issues, I feel like it's hard for them to admit that you're asking more than what I can give you. So I'm just going to fall back. No, they're going to continue to pretend that they can give you everything that you're asking for to save their own face.
But I truly prefer that. I prefer you to say, you know what, I can't give you what you require of me and fall back.
Some men can do that, but some men cannot.
I just think it's, first of all, I think it's selfish.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's completely selfish to pursue someone that you know you can't give them what they ask of you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So Inae's question was, why do men pursue a relationship with a woman after they realize that they cannot give her what she's requesting? So I guess an example, I'm a woman and I'm dating you and we getting along really good. Yeah. And then I tell you, well, you know what, the type of woman that I am, I require for my man to pay for every trip that we go on. And I go on the trip with him, but he paid for everything. And you might feel like, well, you know what? Why should I pay for everything if you're going? If we're going to go on a trip, we should pay together. And I'm like, well, listen, I don't date men unless they sponsor all the trips. You know that you don't like that or you have a problem with it, but you still,
can't afford it.
Or you can't afford it, but you're still going to pursue a relationship with me, knowing that if you don't pay for the trip, I'm going to get upset about it. Why? If I've already told you that's something that I like.
Well, you said it's simple for them. Me personally, before I say one relationship, we're going to already have things established.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just
communication.
Exactly. So so when we meet, hey, this is what I expect. This is what I do. You tell me. Now we have a choice. I can agree with you or we don't. We ain't gonna agree on everything, but at some point, I'm not gonna do that. Some men might do it and feel like, you know, reason why I'm gonna do it, this is a good looking woman or she got a nice body on them. You know, they might want it because of the looks. It might be. You see what I'm saying? But they gonna tell it, okay, I'm willing to do this, but knowing they can't, then they be like, well, let's try it this way. But then at the same time, you know, that's up to him. Yeah. Me personally, I'm not gonna pursue it. You tell me this is what I want. Well, hey man, you know what? Wish you the best of luck. Go on, take care of your business.
Yeah, I think that conversation should be had in the dating stage. But again, Americans, what I've realized since we've been doing this live, a lot of people don't understand the dating stage. You know, like before you become exclusive, you should be having these conversations with the man, what your expectations are, what you look for in a man, what you look for in a relationship, what you look for in your lifestyle. So when you're talking to him, he should be taking notes like, dang, she want a man to pay all her bills. She want a man that's going to fix her car. She want a man that's going to take out trash and cut the grass. If he lazy, he needs to be like, red flag, red flag, red flag. I ain't going to do none of this. Yeah. You know, like, why are you even pursuing this woman when y'all are dating before things get even serious? When you realize, damn, I ain't the man that she needs. She need a bigger man than me or a better man than me. Let me step back. Let me go find somebody who don't want that money.
The man might got the money. He just
don't want to do it. That ain't how he grew up.
That ain't his cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? So even with that being said, you know, it ain't necessarily he can't afford it.
He just don't want to do
that
it.
Might not be how he pursue things.
And he needs to be honest and let her know, like, well, I appreciate what you telling me. That's what you like, but I don't spend my money like that or I don't move like that. He needs to give her the opportunity to understand, like, I know what you want, but I ain't gonna do that. So don't waste my time after I done told you this is what I want.
Yeah.
And you know this is what I want. Why you continue to move forward with me if you know that you're not willing to give me that? So then that allows the woman to fall and catch feelings for him when he know all along he could never live up to her standards.
And then after a while,
it's a waste of time.
After a while, it becomes a gold digger. She becomes a gold digger, or you want this, or that's what I be saying. Like then you go through the process of saying you're trying to change me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to change you. This is what my requirements were in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
You pull that stunt.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't a me.
You listen to it or you don't, and that's vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So, a man tell you what he expect, you got that choice to make that decision if you're gonna continue to roll or rock with him or not.
Mm-hmm.
So I tell everybody, man, look, regardless who it is, regardless who it may be, if you know what it is that you expect in a relationship or what you're looking for in life, stand on it. And stand on it firmly. You know what I'm saying? Because shit, everybody got their belief. Because if it's something I believe and feel, I'm gonna stand on mine firm.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, man, this is how I'm gonna rock it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if we can rock it together, our energy match, or if our energies don't match, then say it is what it is. I'm not saying you're a bad person. It just ain't for us.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah, because everybody is different and everybody's gonna look at things differently or whatever. Now we talk about men. We have like a lot of different men. And I want to break it down, to different types of men. And if I miss the different types, you can help me, and then maybe Miles can help us, understand these type of men. Like I watched, what's the Tyler Perry? Was it Tyler Perry? No, Steve Harvey. Think like a lady. No, think like a man and act like a lady. Huh? Is it act like a lady, think like a man?
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Act like a lady, think like
act like a lady, think like a man. So I watched that movie while I was quarantining and everything.
I think the movie is just called Think Like a Man.
Maybe it's Think Like a Man. And it's a song. Yeah, it's the song that say act like a lady, think like a man.
Well, he got a book that's called Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man.
Okay, so the book is in the movie.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the movie, they were talking about the Steve Harvey book. And it broke down the different men in the movie. In his book, he talked about different types of people. But in the movie, it actually had all those different men. You had Kevin Hart, who was married to Wendy Williams, and they had broken up. But it was more so like some controlling issues in their relationship. But he was kind of like the timid guy, but he was divorced. So you had him. Then you had Gary Owens, I think is his name. He was married, and even though his friends, they gave him beef about, going home, doing this and doing that. He was like, look, I don't know about y'all. Y'all ain't got a woman. I got a wife at home. And all I got to do is go home and cook for my wife. And she going to do this and do that. Like he was happy. He was the type of husband that he can go out and hang out with his boys. And he could still go home and be with his wife and be in at a certain time. And he didn't care what the boys had to think. Right. Then you had Chris Brown. He had a little small role on that. He just hooked up with the girl and got with his one. Yeah, he was a thot. He left and didn't even know her name. So he had no value to me, in my opinion, on his own body because he was just out screwing women and didn't even know their name. Then you had the other guy who was with Megan Good. I forget his name. He was the lover boy. He was a player. He just wanted to date all different types of women. It's not even like he had a type. He just wanted to see how many women he could get under his belt. He was a ladies' man. Then you had the mama's boy, Terrence, whatever his name is, the mama's boy. Like his mom raised him, a single mom. He loved his mother. He put his mama before everybody, but he wanted a relationship, but he didn't know how to separate. I need to put my woman first, and my mama needs to do her own thing. Which the mama had a little boyfriend.
She had a whole life.
Yeah, she had a whole life controlling his, and he didn't understand. Like you cannot love your mom on the same level as your woman. There needs to be two separate relationships.
Thank you for bringing that up.
You want to comment on that now?
Because remember, we had, I brought that up because we talked about men and having this thing where they feel like they women act like their mom.
That I've heard, it's a saying like men usually date women that remind them of their moms.
I don't know about that.
But my thing with that is like I said, you do things. And you, like I said, the word you use to have a conversation. Mm-hmm. I may say something, and the word I use may be a trigger.
I remember that post.
There was a trigger.
Because I'm like, wait a minute.
Tell. The word was tell.
Telling you how to date.
Tell you how to date.
Yes.
So,
did you see that post?
I don't even know when y'all posted.
It was recently. So basically, I think she posted something about.
Do you have a problem with a woman telling you how to date her?
Nope.
Somebody on the post had a problem with, really, they didn't even have a problem with the woman telling them how to date. He had a problem with the word telling, because to him it was
He's
more
like,
like you're trying to control me, you're trying to tell me what to do for you. But really, as a woman, we didn't see it like that. It's like, really, we giving you the cheat code.
Well, now, really, to tell you the truth, it ain't. I don't know. Everybody interpret words the wrong way. It's just how you take it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's okay. What you saying? His problem was that you saying, I don't care about that, but you trying to tell me how I should. Well, it's just like if she tell you what she willing. Hey, this is what I'm accepting. This is what I'm not accepting. Mm-hmm. She telling you that. So she telling you, hey, look, if you want to date me, this is what you need to do. Mm-hmm. So it's no different. So you rather sit there and say, let me figure it out on my own. But if she telling you what to do, why figure it out?
Mm-hmm. Right. So
you know what I'm saying?
That's how I saw it.
Yeah. You know, this particular person said that there's no woman going to tell him how to date them, and he has no problem with that. Well, my problem was, it wasn't that not even that concern. My concern was the fact that there's words that I could use, but the words that you rather me use are different because of the fact that words that I use make you feel like this is something like you're being scolded from your mom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, like I said, I can't use certain words because it makes you think about getting your ass whooped by your mama. So how
you're gonna fail in that? Because how do you know what are the trigger words until you
actually use it?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But I think that's a sensitivity.
I mean, yeah. From a woman's point of view, it's sensitivity, and then another point of view is that, tell you the truth, what the woman telling you, and if you was a mama's boy or your mama always did things, you seen it, she's telling you what to do and what you should do. Like you have parents say, hey, you open the door for a woman. Now, she's telling you, so she's teaching you.
Right.
So if you ain't been taught or know what to do, and then you meet a woman because you might be used to messing with hood chicks or some females that just might be a little dingy and slow to where, you know, anything you do just impress them. So they immune. I mean, they just appalled by it. They like, oh, that's so nice. He did this.
And you get another thing.
Yeah. So when you used to, man, come on, don't worry about it. Then you, because that's what you want. So it's like this here. If you know you like to control your women, you need to find a woman you can control. You know what I'm saying? If you want a woman that you know what I'm saying, that's gonna give you a handful, but then that's what you date. If you like that, sometime in life, I don't really want a woman I can just control. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
But I'm really want a woman that you control. So you kind of want a woman that you
No. But I'm just like this here. Every woman can be controlled, but it's depend on the man himself. It depends on how you make her feel. You know what I'm saying? So in other words, if you meet a man, and I'm just being honest with you. So if you meet a woman and the way you make her feel, the way y'all do things, and the chemistry and everything's there, and so if you got her heart or you got her mind, you can have her under your control without even knowing, but she gonna do it because it's out of love or because of who you are as a person. Now, I mean, you know, but you have to know that woman have to know you, and you got to see how the chemistry and the vibe go. Because trust me, if you got the right vibe and if she always, you got on her toes and always just open for you, and it's easy. So you say, hey, darling, she gonna do it. I mean, and that's vice versa. You know what I'm saying? And that's vice versa. Because if a woman make you feel a certain way, you're gonna be doing things out of ordinary you might not do. But it ain't no problem. There's nothing wrong with that because this is a woman you love, and she got your heart, and she make you feel that. So you do things. Some people do it just because, like people see a dude and be like, "Man, that nigga weak behind that guy. He running do this." But at the end of the day,
is she making
it might. Well, not necessarily that. She can be dogging him, but because it can be who his mama, grandma raised him to how to be kind.
He might think that's okay.
So so the way that he treats this woman all the time, and this woman realizes he's a good dude, but she try to hug him because she know he gonna run and do it for him.
Yeah.
So she take advantage of that. But he doing it because that's just how he was raised and taught. Then you got some dudes that don't know, they just straight used to what up, woo woo, and then like, hey, you treating a woman, you know. So it go both ways to the table, but you can control a woman if you know how to get in her mind. You get in her mind. And it ain't necessary about trying to get in her mind to pimp her or make her do that. It's just the chemistry and spiritually and all that, how you get into her, and she's just gonna do it freely without you have to tell her to do it.
Okay, I have a question. Okay, so I don't know where these rules or these gender roles come from, but like for men are, you know, I was talking to my friend about this. I was like, you know, women, you know, my son told me this. He said, we have powers. He told me this when he was a little boy. He was like, Mama, you have powers. Yes, we do. We have powers because when you think about it, men will pay for things from a woman.
Yeah.
But you don't really hear about a woman paying things for a man. You know what I'm saying? Like men, they supposed to open our doors. They supposed to take us on dates. They supposed to treat us. They supposed to wine and dine us, you know. But then you have some men that feel like, well, why I got to do all this? Because somewhere it was written that the woman is surprised. Like when a man finds the right woman, he done found a good thing because that makes his life better.
Right.
You know, so I don't understand like how you have some men that feel like, why do I need to do this for this woman? Or why, like, I think we had a conversation about before, like when you had the Titanic, when it was going down, you know, the women and children were of higher value than the man. So at some point, you know, men feel like we are lesser value. But if a woman is lesser value, then how is it that when a woman ain't got no money to eat or she don't have no money to pay her bills, she can go out there and she can get with a man and the man gonna pay her way. But it's not too often. It do work both ways, but how common is it for a woman to be down and out and she can go out there on the streets and she can make something happen before a man? A man got to go sell drugs, but a man cannot typically go to a woman. A woman is going to be like, you broke ass, you know, or you nothing ass or whatever. But like a woman could be a broke ass, but a man, it's just something in their nature. A good man would make them want to take care of this woman. But for women, you have to be in love with that man or you have to care about that man in order to do that. But like sometimes you can have a man that have no ties to a woman and he see a woman doing bad and something that's just instilled in them, they want to help out. So it's like men, I don't know if they just feel like it's too much for them to be certain types of men, or do they feel like the weight is on them because they have to carry the woman sometimes?
I would think the type of guys that we would want to see or come across more often would be that type of man. But I think more so now, it's a lot of men that's not doing hardly any of that. You know, it's always what my problem is, what can I get from you? You know what I'm saying? What can I get? What can you do for me? What can you do for me? But when I sit back and it's like, okay, I don't want to do this, or I don't feel this type of way, or it's, you know, something along those lines, then I'm acting funny.
Well, first of all, men feel like this here. A lot of men feel like this here. I work hard, I hustle hard for my money. And you're a nice woman, I like going out, hanging out with you, whatever the case may be. You want me to help you, help me. Help yourself, help me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind helping you out, but god dang it. You know, can I get a back rub? You know, some men want to feel like I'm just giving my money away, and then you feel like, well, I ain't got to give you nothing.
I couldn't do it.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get, and I'm not saying that you've been a prostitute.
No, but it's like, it's a give and take. You know, like if this man is doing everything to keep you off the streets, or he's doing everything to try to help you financially, why would it be hard for a woman to just like kind of cater to that man? So that's common sense right there. That's natural.
But some women don't feel that way. Some women feel like, if you can give me this, well, I don't want to because I ain't feeling like this here. Well, how you think that man, he might have been busting his butt out there. You want to just help you pay your light bill, and I call you later on to come through. Well, you don't need this light bill money then.
I know,
you know what I'm saying? So,
but you know, it's just funny because you have like a lot of men that sit there and they sit up and talk about a woman this and a woman that. But I just wonder, like, how come they can't be the same way? You know, like,
yeah, I got you. Be like how you do. Can I get some money? And then like I get, and you know what I'm saying? I mean, because it go both ways.
I just feel like sometimes men don't put value on their bodies. You know, men are so easy to give their body away to any random woman. So that's why women gonna always be the prize, because even though you got a lot of thoughts that's just giving away, and that's why you have so many men that are cheating on their women right now. But at the end of the day, men still would just give it away before a woman would give it away. Typically,
I don't know.
I think so.
I
think that's why the value is more so on a woman. Like men are paid like that to get a woman in bed, but a woman will be like,
well, I mean, if you're looking at it on that end,
that's what I'm saying.
Where does $40 come from? I just seen.
I don't know where that came from.
It was $40.
It's popular.
Like, what?
That was just.
I think it's a joke thing. You know, like cash out me $40. I don't know. I would like to think that it's more than $40.
Baby, now.
Some doing $10, $5, $15. But you got to understand, some women, well, shit, you give them a couple dollars, they like that. They okay, come over here, Nate. But you got a lot of women. But so you got a lot of women run game, a lot of dudes run game.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. A lot of run games. So some dudes might feel like, hey man, I look at him, then the woman want to play the role with him, and then so he like, okay, forget it, and the woman might feel like, nigga, I did this, so you forget it. So it can be something that made them feel a certain way. Well, if you want me to give you this, this is what you're going to do.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
So one of the other things was a post that was, I want to say it's Will's post.
Okay, what'd he say?
He did the post about the wife or girlfriend or whatever, wife or whatever, that slept with a friend for the $30,000 a month.
Yeah, that was a big job. I'm just saying like this: if my man if I got a friend that want to sleep with my man so he can get a job that's paying him $30,000 a month, I'ma slut him out.
I'm like, you ain't got to
take that job. Because we both gonna benefit from that.
Listen,
okay.
So this is
myself. You ain't got to tell me.
So
shit, what you mean? Get that video camera record this.
So this was my thing. My now a lot of men and not even just the men. Some women were saying leave her. Okay, leave her.
Because of the communication, the lack of communication.
Well, this is my thing. At the end of the day, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. If a woman does something like that, okay, if she feels guilty about it, she's gonna let you know. Okay. Now, I'm reading the post from the time frame it took. She waited till he became permanent to let him know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is because I feel like